10 years of being at the front line of ticketing, being at the front line of getting that feedback, and also having an opportunity to do, game presentation at the Admirals. And was that sort of a nice coming back to be able to take that experience over those 10 years, knowing what fans say, knowing what those little pain points when they don't feel heard, and like you said before, the silos that sometimes happen because you've been able to be in a few different spots. Do you think was that something that you always find yourself, you check yourself to remember what it was like when you were taking those calls, when you were getting the rejection on a call to renew a season ticket and those kind of things?
Yeah, Shawn, I think that's a really good point. I think for me, look, I was uniquely positioned for this role in a lot of those ways. For me, I always harken back, and this isn't just limited to my time in Charlotte, but just in everything I do. I always harken back to some of my own frustrations or personal experiences, my time having conversations with fans, with season ticket members, with potential corporate partners. I always go back to that. And I think that helped me in this role because I was accustomed to listening to fans. I mean, that was my job in providing solutions and ticketing platforms that made sense for them. So much of my prior roles were about having those conversations with fans. I think for me, and why I was uniquely positioned for the role of chief fan officer was not only my professional experience, but my personal experience. I grew up in Italy. Playing the sport of soccer was something for me that I grew up doing. It's something that's very personal. And so I wanted to find myself in an executive role where I was pushing the culture and the sport forward while still balancing and understanding how the business side works. And so a lot of the times that gets forgotten. And so, I wanted to make sure we were obviously hitting goals as a club and there are important metrics to hit, but not at the expense of the soul of a football club and the relationship it has with its fans.
Absolutely.